We have a mini ICT Square project.
Thank you very much. On behalf of the Vice Chancellor, we need to thank the Honorable Isa that today they are adding to the benefits we have been driving.
Go to the Digital Awareness Program, Lagos State.
This project, on behalf of the Ministry of Education, Mighty Ally in Disability Management, we give the opportunity, the means to provide more to our school.
Amen. Thank you very much.
We are saying thank you, and thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Is Lagos ready? Can we take Lagos now, or we move on to the Digital Nigeria Center in Enugu State? Lagos is ready?
Okay. Teaching and learning in this school, but we are still asking that you not forget us when next you are giving schools this type of facilities, because we still have so many students. All the same, we are very grateful. We thank the minister for this kind gesture. God bless you, sir.
Amen. Thank you very much. Can we now quickly move to the Digital Nigeria Center in Enugu State? Thank you very much. We now move to the NIPOS operational mail vehicles. Okay, that one needs to be acted on, and the Honorable Minister, we all know, will do what needs to be done at the right time. He doesn't even need any prompting. We'll go outside and come. Okay. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, speaker after speaker here has enumerated the unprecedented when Professor Pantami came on board. It is his brainchild, which he has nurtured to maturity, and which is selectioning almost 5,000 projects. Most of them are already in various stages of advanced implementation. Ladies and gentlemen, there are only two words to describe Professor Pantami's tenure: finishing strong. Today, especially, it is with great pleasure and honor and pride and utmost humility that I stand here to request the presence of the man who has taught this generation that anything is possible as long as you set your mind to it. It is possible to bring a hitherto non-existent thing into being and make it succeed. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, from his personal achievements, which has cascaded down to his public achievements, we know that there is no mean feat. It is no mean feat what Professor Pantami has achieved. It is my pleasure, therefore, and my great honor, with all respect, to call on the first and only African who holds the fellowship of the Chartered Institute of Information Security, a fellow of the British Computer Society, a fellow of the Nigeria Computer Society, a fellow of the Institute of Information Management, a fellow of the African Institute of International Relations and Diplomacy, a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Computer Registration Organization of Nigeria, the only Nigerian to have chaired the World Summit on Information Society at Geneva, a leader of the biggest digital economy in Africa. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Nigeria's Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Professor Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, to give us his special remarks and commission the projects as earlier enumerated. Honorable Minister, sir, please, may you join me in welcoming Professor Pantami to the podium.
Get seated, please. His Excellency, let me copy and paste the introduction of my brother here at PMG. His Excellency, Right Honorable Distinguished Senator Henry Dixon, Chair of Nigeria Postal Services Governing Board, my sister, Barrister Maimuna Abubakar, the Chief Executive Officers of the National Information Technology Development Agency, National Identity Management Commission, Nigeria Data Protection Bureau, and the representative of the Executive Vice Chairman, NCC, and also the Managing Director of Galaxy Backbone Limited, and also the Postmaster General of the Federation. Also, our guest here, the Chief Executive Officer of Nigeria Financial Intelligence Unit, Brother Modibo, my colleagues from the ministry, our colleagues from the parastatals, ladies and gentlemen of the press, all other protocols duly and respectfully observed. Good afternoon to all of you, and may peace, mercy, and blessings be upon you. My work today here is very simple. Firstly, to unveil the 4,366 projects and programs of the federal government of Nigeria under the leadership of our principal President Muhammadu Buhari, executed and implemented by the Federal Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy and its parastatals in Nigeria. Secondly, also to update us on the journey so far with regards to our national identification number enrollment. Number 3, also to unveil the 10 trucks purchased by the Nigerian Postal Services in order to strengthen its transportation, mail delivery, among others. Firstly, with regards to the project, the total number of projects to be unveiled is 4,366. This is not exhaustive. It is only the total number we are able to compile so far. While sitting here, I even recall certain projects that were not computed among these 4,366. 366. Some of the beneficiaries of the intervention spoke on behalf of their institutions virtually, and the document, there is no time for me to go through, had been implemented 100%. The only few important projects that are not completed 100% is like our Digital Economy Center here, which the completion is how many percentage? 90%. So less than 10%. And we commenced the project, only projects also. But this category, I can say 4 of them minimum 90% completion. Then another important project that is also not completed is the National Digital Innovation and Entrepreneurship Center here in Abuja. This, I consider the project as my personal baby. It's just like my baby. When completed, firstly, it will serve as the headquarters of the National Information Technology Development Agency here in Central area. I personally conceptualized the idea. I wanted to build the center. While I was the DG, NEDA, approval was not given to me. When I happened to be the minister, without even request, I approve it. Secondly, it will also serve as the headquarters for the implementation of our Nigeria Startup Act 2022, which is another major initiative that we commenced and we delivered 100%. In the Nigeria Startup Act 2022, there is a National Council on Digital Innovation and Entrepreneurship. What is the percentage of the National Center for National Digital Innovation and Entrepreneurship Center completion right now? DG. Minimum that center is 85% completion now. So, beside these few important projects, whatever you see here in this document is 100% completion. And even these projects that I have mentioned, the first digital innovation centers, I was able to present before the First Executive Council. They were approved. The amount of money to be spent also approved, being implemented by NCC. The National Digital Innovation and Entrepreneurship Center, I presented 2 memos before the First Executive Council. In both of them were approved. So because of this, there is no any provision or anything to ask for the approval. It's only the completion of the project. For the first project, even the amount to complete the project is 100% available. So with this, I believe that if we go through this compendium, we will discover it has 443 pages. And we have documented the major projects, programs, and initiatives that are being unveiled today. Some of them are being commissioned. This is for our record. And I do hope that relevant stakeholders will be able to get at least a copy of it. And secondly, I have earlier requested my colleagues to compile this list and make it available online. So if you follow our website and also our social media handles, I believe you will be able to get this record available within the shortest period of time. Secondly, with regards to the national identity number, Barrister Adeleke spoke on it briefly about what happened in December 2020 when I insisted that there must be link and NIN verification. Initially, Adeleke and his colleagues insisted it was not possible, and I said no, there is no word impossible in my dictionary, so please don't smuggle it. So they had various meetings without notifying me officially, trying to find an exit. I said, no, this must be implemented. One of my predecessors initiated the idea 12 years ago. There was a threat to his life. He decided to withdraw his initiative. In 2017-18, the idea was also approved by the Federal Executive Council. The implementation was not possible. Why? Because of intimidation by criminals. They don't like their identity to be known. So when you initiate any program that will expose and make their identity known, then they will target you. I insisted on the implementation of the policy. The first time was in February, 4th February 2020. When I announced it, the next day it was on BBC that some people were planning to eliminate me by even giving a directives wherever I was seen in Africa or West Africa, I should be eliminated. I strongly believe that nobody has power over my life, only Almighty Allah has. And my life is in the hand of the Almighty. Only Almighty will determine the time I will spend on this cosmos, not any mortal being. No human being can reduce my second, no matter how he hates me, and no individual can increase 1 second for me, no matter how he likes or he loves me. That is not possible. This one belongs to the Almighty, and because of this, I said I will continue. With all intimidations, I say I will continue. DSS office was worried. They sent security, an armored vehicle. I say, can you put it on hold? I say, no, I cannot put it on hold. I have announced it, and I stood by it. If that could be the end of my life, I have no regret. I can sacrifice this life for Nigeria. I have no problem. After a year, with all intimidations, we couldn't turn back. Then character assassination. Some people gathered huge amount of money, some from the sector that were against, some outside the sector. They sponsored a campaign of calumny against me. Still, I say no going back. I will not go back. And I insisted. At that time, in October 2020, when President Buhari directed me to supervise NIMSI, the entire database of NIMSI was 39 million. And NIMSI was established 2007. In 13 years, only 39 million in the database. But from October 2020 to May today, 2023, less than 3 years, we have increased the database to over 100 million today. From 39 million in 13 years to over 100 million in less than 3 years. As we speak today, we are going to unveil another appreciation message from the board of management of NIMSI to my principal, President Muhammad Buhari, and also to this gentle boy. And this is going to be unveiled shortly. So the database of NIMSI, as we plan to graduate by 29 May 2023, it is going to be unveiled here that we are leaving behind a database of over 100 million people, while this is in less than 3 years, while we inherited 39 million in 13 years. If you look at the amount spent in 13 years to reach 39 billion, it was mind-boggling. Some people were even detained and imprisoned by government because of abuse of office. But from October 2020 to date, no kobo has been given to us directly to enroll people in NIMSI database. I was only using some corporate social responsibilities of some tech giants come and support NIMSI. Even in that support, I say, we were not interested in money. Buy the facilities and support. Only what we need are the facilities. Today, based on the report I have received from the DG, NIMSI is here with us, we have already exceeded 100 million in NIMSI database, 39 million in 13 years. Then 61 million in less than 3 years. We are not yet 3 years, in less than 3 years. And go and compute the amount spent in enrollment in 13 years and compare to what we have achieved so far. The major thing that I'm happy Mr. President has approved our request to increase the salary of NIMSI by over 300%. Furthermore, with new allowances to be paid. Only yesterday, one of my family members notified me that his friend reached out to him and said that they have received Pantami package. So I am glad that they have named this package after my, let me say, my nickname or the name of my district. And the third one is to unveil also 10 trucks for our Nigeria Postal Service. And I want to use the opportunity to commend the board being chaired by Barrister Maimuna Abubakar and the Postmaster General of the Federation, Honorable Sunday Adefonju. Their effort is highly commendable. He was appointed recently, but the achievement being recorded by NIPOST, the achievements being recorded by NIPOST are mind-boggling. This is a clear indication, and these trucks, not from any federal government allocation, is through internally generated revenue. So, board and management, your effort is highly commendable. As they say, the reward of hard work is more work. So with these 10 trucks, get ready for more work. So permit me to begin by unveiling most probably the document first. The compendium of these achievements, 443-page document that has documented not all, but most of our major achievements, projects, programs, and initiatives implemented within the digital economy sector in Nigeria, commencing from 21st August 2019 to 25th of May 2023. So please give a copy to some of our personalities here so that we can display it all for our citizens to see, and this also to be documented. Your Excellency, you are also invited. Give you some copies. You people, what are you waiting here and now? Only Dr. Femi doing. What is your work here, please? And he is senior to you. It's really most unfortunate. That one later, please. One at a time. You have to come forward here with this, please. Compendium only. Only compendium. Some can be here. Some can be here.
No, we are going down. Yes, I'm going down. Okay.
Some should stay up.
Dr. Vin. Thank you. Secondly, on the issue of a national identity number, as I earlier mentioned, during our last and the final ministerial retreat, where Mr. President directed OSGF to work together with Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office in the United Kingdom and KPMG to assess the performance of each and every ministry and its parastatals. It was the final one of the President Muhammad Buhari's administration. The report was unveiled on the 17th and 18th October 2022. In that report, it shows that the performance of our sector, the performance of our ministry is the best in Nigeria. So we are graduating with the best result in Nigeria. We were given 8 priority areas, and in each and every one, we deliver by A+. And this assessment is not a one-day assessment. The assessment commenced in 2019, and the final report was unveiled on the 17th and 18th October 2020. 103%. Number 5, also to support digital ID. We obtained 86%. Number 6, the target was 70%. So by implication, we exceeded the target averagely by over 103%. We exceeded the target by that number. When it comes to the national identity number, at the time we reintroduced it, many citizens were uncomfortable, not knowing its benefits. There is not any responsible country in the world without its forms of own digital identity. Not any responsible country. This is key to our national planning, key to our budget, key to our education, key to our health, key to our economic development, and most importantly, key to our security. Without it, there is no way our country is going to be secure. But that is why we are coming up with many more initiatives. Only last week, the Federal Executive Council approved